Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jayce, and as we all know, it's already December right now, so with New Year's fast approaching, there have been recent leaks of the New Year's drops. So today, I want to go over the first one, being the Jordan 1 Low, and I want to go over the sneaker and all of the special elements in the actual shoe design itself. Oh, and I also forgot to say that this is going to be a two-part series, and in the second part, I'm going to be covering the SB Dunks next. Alright, now we're going to get started. So for those of you that don't know, Chinese New Year generally takes place at the end of January or at the beginning of February. So I'm expecting that this sneaker will release sometime around then. It's going to be priced at $130. And that is quite unusual because Jordan Lows generally do go for only around $95. But I will be going over all the special details that make this shoe quite a bit more expensive. Now, just as a quick general overview, this sneaker with its colors and design and materials definitely pays homage to a lot of traditional Chinese New Year culture. So starting off with the materials, the general Jordan 1 leather material is going to be pebble leather, but here you will see a more premium finished cross-hatched leather that is generally for accessories called small leather goods for more upscale brands. This leather is going to be present in areas such as the vamp, the side panel, the swoosh, the heel counter, and some other sections. You are also going to see nylon in the toe box and some of the other sections that need to flex, like the tongue. And then the outsole is going to be the usual polyurethane rubber. Now moving on to the colors, as I said, this shoe does use a lot of elements that pay homage to Chinese culture. So one of the main colors in Chinese culture is definitely going to be red, especially during Chinese New Year. This color really symbolizes prosperity and good luck. Next up, we have the gold accents, which in Chinese culture is famous traditionally in old currency known as yuanbao or yunbao, which is essentially gold ingots that the rich and wealthy or people with power had back in the day. Getting to a less popular color, which is black. In Chinese culture, it's not necessarily a great color. In terms of traditional responsibility, it was generally a color associated with young men that were expected to carry on their lineage of their family, for example, but it's generally not a good color because it is associated with funerals and death. Side panels, you will see hits of green and blue. So this green, which is more of a jade, generally represents things such as growth. Moving on to the design, I did mention at the beginning of this video that there are a lot of unique elements on this shoe. So I wanted to start out by talking about the embroidery. Now, the history of the embroidery on this shoe dates all the way back again to traditional Chinese clothing, where usually royalty, for example, would have garments that were hand embroidered with crazy motifs such as flowers, dragons, and things of that nature, and it usually either represented something about their family or something about their status. So throughout the shoe, especially on the heel counter and the toe box, you will notice orchid flowers, which is traditionally thought of as a flower that brings good luck in terms of fertility and things of that nature. And then, as I mentioned earlier, with the scattered hits of blue and green, they are going to depict motifs such as clouds. Now, another standout feature is definitely going to be the tassel and the rope around the ankle collar. Red and gold tassels are generally hung inside the house throughout the year, but are especially used during New Year's. And this is supposed to bring everyone in the house good luck and prosperity. So for the first time ever, we're actually seeing some fly wire on the Jordan 1 Low, and that's the way that this rope and the tassel are mounted. However, I only see two anchor points on the left and right sides. I'm very curious about how wearable it is. Right in front of the tongue, it is finished with a gold lock, and it's also going to be reportedly accompanied with gold lace locks. So I think that's going to be a real nice hit of color since most of the top is black. Now, I want to talk about the rope specifically. It is a braided red rope around the ankle collar, and generally red string in Asian culture is used to symbolize protection. So the only conclusion I can come to here is that this is really going to be for people with glass ankles, for example, because the red rope will provide you a different level of protection when, let's say you decide to play basketball or something. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, anyways, jokes aside, I do want to point out some finer changes of this Jordan 1 Low compared to a lot of the recent releases like the reverse spreads that I reviewed earlier in the year. On the actual tongue of the shoe, there is no Jumpman logo. It is actually a Nike Air logo, just like the Jordan 1 highs. And the other thing is that the Jordan 1 wing logo is actually on the ankle collar, not on the heel counter as it usually is. And I think because of these changes, a lot of people are gonna be looking to get these. The other really cool part is obviously the main colorway of this shoe is black and red in a bread color blocking. Again, this is another reason why I think it's gonna be very popular. The other really crazy thing about this sneaker is there have been photo surfacing of the actual box itself, and it is actually not the black box with the gold Jumpman logo. It is actually going to be a legit Nike Air box that the usual Jordan 1 highs come in, except the red paneling actually has the embroidery images on it. So it looks super unique, and I think it's a real cool touch, and definitely kind of adds to the whole premium experience, as I said earlier, since that the price tag of this shoe is quite a bit higher than a regular Jordan 1 low. So the last thing that's supposed to come with this shoe is a red envelope box topper that it's shaped like a giant red envelope, and it has a debossed gold Jordan wing logo on it. And again, I think this is a nice touch. It definitely kind of ties together the whole Chinese New Year's thing into a neat little package. But anyways guys, that pretty much does it for this sneaker overview / review. So I'm going to be definitely look to cop a couple pairs for myself, for my partner, and some other people. And I am curious what you all think about this sneaker. Like, what was your favorite details? Are you going to be copping a pair? And make sure you let me know in the comments below. And as always, support your boy Jayce by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure you ring that bell so you know when I do my latest drop. And of course, as always guys, stay safe and make sure you do tune in, because part 2, where I cover the SB Dunks Chinese New Year's, is going to be coming out next. So anyways, peace.